to make an impact. So last week, I took my son Judah to go celebrate his birthday for his birthday gift to the Cavaliers game versus the Philadelphia 76ers in Cleveland. And, I most recently moved to Dallas, Texas. So it was his first time getting on an airplane with just me and him, and he was so excited. Unfortunately, the Cavs lost, but me and Judah won. We had an amazing time, but it just really made me reflect because on his actual birthday, Judah decided at 7 years old, the day before his birthday, to do a complete fast, for his birthday because he had some expectations for when he turned 8 that he needed the Lord to do in his life. And, it's crazy that a 7-year-old would make a decision like that. I know that the decision came from, leading by example, So people do what you do, not just what you say. And my wife and I made a decision to fast actually for the first 40 days of the year, a complete fast, nothing but water, just consecrating and focusing on the Lord. And in that fast, at the beginning, we made a decision that once a week, our kids, we would try to, get them, into the pattern of having a lifestyle of fasting and praying and talking to the Lord. And, after, the first couple of weeks, we saw, that it may be a little bit harder for them. So we decided to tell them, hey, you guys don't have to fast if you guys don't want to. We want it to be your decision. And, the next week, not only did they fast, some of them ended up fasting extended, so for multiple days in a row. And after, fasting for multiple days in a row and, the Lord really moving in our life, Judah saw, things happening. He was excited, to see things happening in our life, So one of the things that happened was I actually fasted on my birthday because my birthday rolled into February. And when I fasted on my birthday, we ended up having prayer. We have a prayer call, with Impact Warfare every day at 6 a.m. And, the Lord told me to really focus on him, and I really got to see, while fasting, how selfish we are as individuals because typically, for my birthday, it's all about me. I want to wake up, for a big breakfast, with French toast and stuff like that. And then later on, have a big dinner and, a birthday cake and, just whatever I want to do. And for the first time, I was able to just serve on my birthday, really serve the Lord. And I decided to pray that day also. And I invited a ton of friends and family. And I was just overwhelmed with tears of joy, tears of just knowing what the Lord was going to do. And my kids got on the call, my wife got on the call, and they saw miracles, signs, and wonders, people being healed, on that day, on that birthday. So Judah had high expectations. He saw also, me and my wife get closer, prayers being answered. We were praying extensively for my daughter who was dealing with seizures. And the Lord answered prayers, and brought to us a holistic doctor that helped with things, from us fasting. So he watched, his sister not have any more issues with that, since that happened, since, God revealed to us the holistic doctor and stuff like that. And just the Lord just moving in our life. So again, Judah was really, really excited about that. So, what we learned, from, fasting was the Lord spoke to us every single day. It's nothing more exciting than being able to speak to the Lord every single day. He gave us business ideas, multiple business ideas, gave us strategy with the kids and stuff. And it's just been overwhelming to watch our kids grow, even in church, they are excited about going to church, multiple times a week. When I was a kid, I didn't want to go to church, multiple times a week. I was really close with God, but I didn't even want to go to church really once a week, but they get excited. As a matter of fact, we had a snowstorm in Dallas, Texas, and during the snowstorm, do you know that I told the kids that we were not going to go to church. And I mean, the kids, they were so upset about it. They were, because the year before we had a snowstorm and it was so much ice. I know how to drive in the snow. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. That's what we do. I remember when, years ago, I was going to Ohio State about, 20 years ago. And while I was going to Ohio State, a friend of mine, we decided to ironically go to the Cavaliers game. And it was a snowstorm that day. And we drove his car. He said, hey, you used to driving in the snow, you drive. And I was going like, 70, 80 miles per hour. He said, how are you going so fast in a snowstorm? And I said, it's because your tires are brand new. So I know how to drive in the snow, but Texas does not know how to drive in the snow. And it was very unsafe last year, so I decided, not to go. So, just to watch their growth and their love and desire to draw closer to God, that's the lifestyle, the impact lifestyle that we have on our children. But that lifestyle, now we are going to live a life of prayer and fasting so that we can constantly hear from the Lord, what to do for the future in our family and just period, as well as, business, finances, mentally, spiritually, physically, all from hearing from the Lord. So what I can say is that remember that Cleveland rocks, Jesus saves, Hawk smash, and impact change lives.